welcome back everybody to another episode of Hot Rods by Doug. I appreciate you stopping by. We're working on a new project today. I haven't shown you guys this yet. I've had it for a couple months now. So I'm going to get the camera turned around and show you guys what we've picked up and go over what I got planned for it and what we're going to get into today. So it's a 1986 Chevy S10. 4-speed, 2.5 cylinder, and it runs really good. Low miles, no rust. We picked it up back in August, towards the end of August, I think. And I really haven't done a whole lot to it. I've actually tried to sell it a couple times because I always have buyer's remorse all the time. So I've had no luck selling it, so we're going to start working on it. And if you guys can't tell, there's something a little funny with this thing. And I'll show you what really drew me to it. So there you have it. The top comes off. I've always wanted a convertible mini truck, and we've talked about wanting to get back into mini trucking a little bit. So this is going to be a good start to what I have planned. I plan to hopefully bag this thing, and maybe even attempt to body drop it. Put some different wheels on it, because these aren't the wheels that came on it. It had gold spokes, and I wasn't a big fan of the spokes, so I threw these on there. So we're going to try to have this thing kind of ready to go for Mini Truck Nationals next year. Take it down there and cruise it around. But what we're going to work on today is the top, because the top doesn't fit that great. It's missing pieces. Some of this stuff is a little jankety, I guess you could say. The seal for the top here doesn't hold, and it's got latches on the top that won't latch. So I got some new latches, and I got a new seal I'm going to try to put on, because this thing does not keep you from getting wet. And even the window, even the seal around the window isn't very good. This one's actually missing on the driver's side. So I'm going to order some new seals for the windows. I haven't got those yet, but I have one for the front of the top, and we're going to try to put a little structure in this before we start tearing into it, because some of the pop rivets need drilled out and replaced because it's not got enough adjustment to actually tighten down. So I think that's what we're going to start on today. So let me get you guys up on the stand, and then we're going to start tearing into this thing. So these are the latches I was talking about. When you put this on, they hook to here. When you latch it, they don't latch very well. So I bought these new latches that have a hole for a pin, and I even have some pins down inside there. That way when you latch it, you put your pin through it and it won't let it come back undone. And the seal that goes across here, it's all wore out. You can see where they tried to put some extra right there, and it just didn't hold at all. So I have some new stuff that I went and got from Menards, and we'll see if it works a little better. We'll have to get, like I said, I'm going to order some new seals for here, so when you roll the windows up, it actually seals a little better. Some of the structural stuff is back here. You can see when you open and close this door, some of this moves. It's broke, it needs re-welded. So we are going to work on making a new piece to come around here, so that when you tighten this up, it pulls it out when you tighten it. It shouldn't do that then. Well, this is some of the stuff that we're finding is, you know, none of this is attached. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to clamp this back together. We're going to clean some of this up, and then we're going to try to weld this together to help it out. And we might even put some bracing inside here. They're both There's supposed to be some plastic caps that go along here, and I have talked to somebody about making me some with a 3D printer. I found one of these kits on eBay, and I don't want to have to buy the whole kit if I don't have to, but we might have to because some of the plastic pieces are pretty chewed up on this. I'm assuming this was done a long time ago, so we're just trying to mend it back together for now. And so yeah, we're gonna try to clean some of this up and weld this back together and add a little bracing to strengthen this up a little bit.
Come up, I can push on it if you want to. Let me get above. You think it'll be straight or
Well, no, that's too far.
too far?
Yeah, you need to just about maybe right there.
Okay.
Nope, too hot.
That won't be high enough for you?
Yeah, it should be okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be. It's just snap, snap. Yeah, you're gonna have to really be quick, like a bam. You know what I'm saying? No more than a second. Like.
It's too thin.
Well, we're not having any luck. This metal's just too thin. I turned the welder down, but we are just slowly burning through it. So we're going to look over in our scrap pile and see if we have another piece to try to add in here to strengthen this up.
You could probably actually clamp that baby onto it. You don't need to move it back anyhow, probably.
No, because it's still where it was
Okay.
before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like if you weld it like you got it.
Well, it ain't the prettiest, but we got it a new piece welded in. We'll grind this down. We ended up melting that pop rivet. We'll have to re-drill that hole out and pop rivet it. But we're gonna grind this down to make it look a little better. And it should be pretty strong now. Hopefully that'll give it a little more strength. I still like to maybe find something to go in here, but that might have to be at a later date. I was just trying to give this a little more strength so I can put the new clamps on there, and that way when we clamp it down, it doesn't bend that piece of metal up. Might. Yeah, might as well get me another one. All right, so this don't look too bad. I mean, it's got a little small hole and a little small hole here, and we ground down all of our welds. We're gonna have to redo our pop rivets, which is fine. One day I would like to, down the road, cut this whole piece out and make a whole new piece for this to make it look a little nicer. You know, it don't look the best, but you know, we put the cap on there and put some paint in here, and you know, some of the interior goes back over it. It won't look too hateful once we get it all cleaned up, but for now that's pretty good. We are going to have to jump over to the other side and do the same thing with the other side, and then we can go ahead and drill our holes out for our pop rivets, put our new pop rivets on, do the same thing with the top, drill out the pop rivets and put new pop rivets, put the new latches on there, and then we'll put the new seal across the top, and that's probably going to be it for today. So I guess we're going to get ready to finish up this side, and then we'll jump to the other side and get started on that. Well, I did a little painting, clean up some of that, and I put the new piece on here, and it is crooked. I hate that. We will fix this again sometimes, but we did put that latch on. You can see how it has a pin, so now when you tighten it down, it can't come undone. It keeps the top nice and tight to that. We still got to do this side. I think we're gonna do the same thing, put a piece in here, weld it up. If we have to change this, we'll change this, and then this side will be tightened up just like that side, because that side is really tight now, fits really good. So we only have this side to do, and then we're gonna put a new seal on it. So then we really only have this side to do, and then we'll be done once we get that new seal on there. All right, we got this latch on now. Got the new pin in, the new hinge, or the new latch. We welded this up, painted it, put it back together. Now this top it ain't going nowhere. We got that side done, so it ain't going nowhere. Now all we got left to do is replace this seal that keeps falling out. So I'm gonna pull the top off one more time and see if we can't get this seal put in. Like I said before, I'd like to go back and make a nice piece for this. I mean, there's supposed to be a plastic cover that covers this hole instead of just this trim here. And I have a guy working on it. So maybe once that gets on there, we'll be able to, it'll look better. There is a dent here. We'll have to pop back out. This thing's not in too hateful a shape, rust free. So I got a lot of plans for it, hopefully this winter. Dad was just clearing a spot out over there for me to move it over there for a little bit while we do this or that to it. So I'm gonna pull this top back off and let's see if we can't get this seal changed. This is what we're dealing with. Just need to get this old one here off. It's all that's adhesive. They might put duct tape across it.
I'd give me some of that like like piece will be gone. Like do some the dirty part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that definitely looks a lot better than the old one. It's just probably a temporary fix for now. We'll see how well that holds up. I mean, it is raining outside right now, and I am probably gonna have to back it out because we're gonna maybe put it over in this spot. I don't know. I might drive it back home. We'll see. I want to see how well it keeps the water out, but so I think that's gonna be it for the top for now until I can get those plastic pieces that cover the cab corners, and then we'll pull it back apart and try again. I still want to get some seals for these, for the doors there. Try to keep some of the water and the air noise out because they don't fit right, but I guess we'll just wait and have to see about getting some of those. So that's going to be a wrap for this video. We got more things to come with the S10. I got some ideas in my head that I'd like to do to it. You guys know I'm all about the 90s stuff, so I'm thinking like 90s mini truck, small billet wheels, bagged, maybe body dropped, and we'll get all the body work fixed on it, and we'll pick another color and paint it. I do like the blue. My wife doesn't like the blue, but we might pick a different color, shoot the whole thing, maybe put some graphics on it. I don't know, but I appreciate everybody coming back and watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button if you like this video. And while you guys doing all that, we're going to keep on mini trucking. We'll see you guys later.